Welcome back to another Casual Saturday here on Worldview with Dennis Campbell. We appreciate your following us and supporting this segment we do every week called The Crazy Things Your Tea Party Uncle Watches. It seems to be getting loonier by the minute. There's no nuance. It's all black or white or crazy, and we're going to bring you a lot of the crazy.
There's another story I heard of Jesse Helms when he first ran, that he opened the mail and out fell a check for $5,000 from John Wayne. So he spent some time trying to track down. It's not easy to figure out how do you call John Wayne, but he managed to figure out how to do so. And he placed the call, and the Duke answered the phone. And apparently Jesse Helms said, you know, Mr. Wayne, this is Jesse Helms. I just wanted to thank you for your tremendous support in this race. Apparently John Wayne said, who? And he said, well, Jesse Helms, I'm running for Senate in North Carolina. And apparently Wayne said, oh, yeah, you're that guy saying all those crazy things. We need 100 more like you. The willingness to say all those crazy things is a rare, rare characteristic in this town. And you know what? It's every bit as true now as it was then. We need 100 more, like Jesse Helms in the U.S. Senate.
Who's used chemical weapons on their own people?
Saddam Hussein.
How far are we from Waco, Texas, where federal agents used chemical weapons to murder 76 Americans in 1993 in the Clinton administration? Can you imagine if China or Russia wanted to bomb us to punish us for what we did at the time?
Is the one-year anniversary of the attack on Benghazi. In Benghazi, 4 Americans were killed, including the first ambassador since 1979. When it happened, the president promised to hunt down the wrongdoers. And yet a few months later, the issue has disappeared. You don't hear the president mention Benghazi. Now it's a phony scandal. We ought to be defending U.S. national security and going after radical Islamic terrorists.
The State Department, the CIA, does nothing, sends no help. They have it at drones.
That is an obscene lie.
No,
that is
it's not
an absolute misrepresentation.
They still haven't shown up.
You are a politician looking to make a political point. You are misleading the American people because you want to make a political point.
I think that Benghazi generally was hyped by this network especially. The emphasis on Benghazi has been extremely political, partly because Fox was operating as a wing of the Republican Party.
That is so unfair. I mean, this lady was given intelligence materials by the intelligence community. You can blame the intelligence community. There's no way you can blame Susan Rice and to suggest that she is unqualified. This is a Rhodes Scholar. This woman's extraordinary.
She's not qualified to be Secretary of State.
And this whole Benghazi thing has been so politicized. Time to end this.
I am convinced that the military did whatever it could have done under the circumstances. I am similarly convinced that the State Department and the CIA also did, once the attack happened, everything they could. That's where I really, really am extremely upset about the tone of the conversation.
Here's the president. Did this guy get any of it right? Any of it? The answer is no.
And I think this criticism of the lack of response is second-guessing at its worst and suggesting that people should be fired from their jobs for this. I mean, we don't know the facts, but what we do know would suggest that the response was pretty good.
There is a lot of second-guessing in real time now of the American military. We won't do that.
We're diverted totally from what this bill is all about. Why? Why, Mr. President? Because the anarchists have taken over. They've taken over the House. Now they're here in the Senate. The Speaker couldn't pass a simple CR today. When asked at a press event yesterday, as I was reported to me on the news today, they said, what's next? He said, you have a couple ideas, give them to me, they'll be shot down also. We're in a position here where people who don't believe in government, and that's what the Tea Party's all about, are winning.
And we can't just leave you with that level of desperation, so please enjoy this last little bit. Soldier returning from war in Afghanistan and Iraq has a few words for a racist and xenophobic hatemonger.
A member of the U.S. Army steps up to the counter.
Hey, don't deal with this guy. He's a Muslim.
Is he laughing?
Why is that funny?
Unroll?
Hold on. What happened?
This guy's a Muslim.
We live in America. He can have any religion he wants.
Aren't you fighting against these guys?
Not at the moment. Right now, I'm ordering a sandwich.
I don't think you should be working here.
Oh, okay. Buy your chips and move out.
He doesn't follow orders.
Look, I'd like to order some food, just not from you, okay?
Get out. Put the chips down and go buy them somewhere else.
You want me to leave this place?
You have a choice to shop anywhere, just like he has a choice to practice his religion anywhere. That's the reason I wear the uniform, so anyone can live free in this country. Leave the man alone, buy your stuff, and leave.
How are you, sir?
How are you, sir?
I'm John Quinones with ABC's What Would You Do?, the TV show.
You gotta be kidding me.
He was an actor. People might say that's very heroic, what you said. Is it?
No, sir. No, heroes come in many shapes and sizes. That wasn't heroic at all. That was just being a person and standing up for someone else.
What principles were you defending?
Everyone's inalienable rights.
Everyone's.
Everyone's in this country.
If you're Muslim?
It doesn't matter to me, sir. If you're an American, you're an American, period.
Well, that about does it for episode 8 of The Crazy Things Your Tea Party Uncle Watches. We'll be back again next week. This format will be formalized, though. No more casual Saturdays, and we're going to be revamping the whole show. We hope you like the differences and the changes we make. Talk to you soon. You're watching Worldview with Dennis Campbell. Stay right here.